Good morning, friends. Back again with another morning message for you. Happy Monday. Let's get started with our morning message. It says, "Good morning, my loves. It is Monday, April 20th, 2020. By the way, so sorry for the beeping. I promise Big Frank will stop and get a couple batteries pretty soon for that obnoxious smoke detector. Threw a couple people for a loop. They thought that they had a smoke detector in their own house going off. Just mine, no worries. I'm trying to ignore it. How was your weekend? Give me a thumbs up, a thumbs down, or kind of in between. What do you think? Mine was great. As always, I had a great time hanging out with Frankie and Big Frank. We spent a lot of quality time together here in the house. I had a really great weekend. I hope you did too. Hopefully, you got lots of playing in, along with some reading and rest. Our new power word is, drumroll please, in. The word in looks a lot like the word is and it. It is made up with two letters. It starts with the letter I, but the second letter is an N. In. This is one of those power words that you can sound out, but remember, green and blue readers know their power words at flash speed. So you don't want to have to sound it out. This is the word in. I have been in my house for weeks now. I have my hair in a bun. Can you use a sentence with the word in it? Good job. Wonderful. Have a great day. Keep working hard and be kind. We know different ways to be kind by being helpful, being respectful, and being cute like you are. Love your teachers. There's lots of power words in here. I'm going to challenge you to try to make another one of these rainbow power word papers, but instead of writing the power word "and" at the top and then in rainbow colors and then in a sentence, use our power word from today, in. Send me a picture. I'd love to see those. All right, stay tuned. Next up is calendar. All right, here we go with our calendar for the day. When I look at the calendar, I know that Friday were Caden and Blake's birthday. We had the weekend, which was Saturday and Sunday, that we maybe didn't do any work. Today, we are back to school, back to work in our own homes, and the date today is Monday, April 20th, 2020. Let's sing our Days of the Week song on three. 1, 2, 3. Days of the week, there's 7. Days of the week, there's 7. Days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, there's 7. What are they? Well, there's Sunday and there's Monday. There's Tuesday and there's Wednesday. There's Thursday and there's Friday. And then there's Saturday. Days of the week. 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 How many days are there in a week? 7. You're right. Why don't we sing it in Spanish now? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Lunes, martes, lunes, martes, miércoles, miércoles, jueves, viernes, sábado, jueves, viernes, sábado, domingo, domingo. Nice job. When I count the days of the week in Spanish, how many days are there then? There's still 7. You're right. Just because you're counting in a different language doesn't mean there's a different number of days. So there are 7 days in a week every time you sing it. The season is spring. Today's weather is what? Head to the window real quick. I'm going to give you 10 seconds to walk yourselves to the window quickly, quietly, and check out what's going on with our weather outside. Go ahead. All right, welcome back. I'm wondering, is it rainy? Is it cloudy? Is it sunny? Is it snowy? Is it thunderstorms? What did you find outside? Nice job. We would move that right over here if we were in school. If today is Monday, that means yesterday was Sunday. Nice job. And today is, of course, Monday. If today is Monday, that means tomorrow will be Tuesday. Nice job. Since we had our new power word in, I'm going to add it to our word ring. But first, I'd like to show you what it looks like. Here's the power word in. And I'm actually going to just pop around our word ring. I'm not going to go through every one of them today. That is a job that you can absolutely do at home if you'd like to do. I'm going to pick a couple of them for you to practice, and you can practice the rest at home. Here we go. In. Nice job. See. Little. Yes. Can't. Love. The. For. No. Went. Who. And. Nice job. There. Finally, the last one, just for a little cherry on top. In. That's the power word in. I-N spells in. Nice work. Get ready to hear next a read aloud about some creepy, crawly creatures. All right, guys, thank you for joining me for morning meeting. Please pause the video now and show a parent this slide so they know what you're expected to do when you're finished listening to the story about the study of bugs. So as you guys can see, we are going to start learning about bugs and insects. This here is a picture that shows a little chart about how to describe an insect. Well, first, insects have legs. Insects do not have feathers like some of the other animals that we've studied. Insects have wings. Why do you think insects have wings? Of course, wings help us fly. Maybe they're a way that insects can stay safe and get to the places that they need to go without using just their tiny little legs to walk. I'm going to do a little read aloud now, so stay tuned for a read aloud about insects coming up next. Here I have a couple of different pictures of some insects that most of us know about or have seen in our lifetimes. First, we have a ladybug. That is an insect that has wings, it has legs, and it can fly. Here's a grasshopper, a butterfly, a bee, and a caterpillar. These are all considered insects. This story says, let's learn about insects. Insects have 3 body parts: the head, the thorax, and the abdomen. Head, thorax, abdomen. An insect's head holds a brain, eyes, and a mouth, but no nose. The antennae is used to smell and feel things. So they don't need a nose like we need. They use antennae to smell and feel. The insect's eyes are different from your eyes. They are much bigger, but they cannot see faraway things. They can see things that are close to them and quick movements around them. Here's a picture of a fly. I like how they labeled their picture. Sorry for the beep. The thorax is right below the head. The 6 legs come out of the thorax. Their legs have joints like your knees, but no toes. So the joints are right here, kind of where the legs bend. Those are kind of like our knees. Touch your knees. But they said they don't have a body part that we have. What was that? Toes. They have no toes. Remember, this is the thorax, and that's where their legs come out of. The abdomen is right below the thorax. It is the largest part of the insect's body. The abdomen contains the insect's stomach. So remember, they have a head, a thorax, and an abdomen. Here's a termite. Ooh, creepy. Insects have 6 legs and 2 antennae. There's an ant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 legs. And here's his antennas. Insects usually have wings. Notice they use the word usually. Kind of like we learned mammals usually make milk and give birth to live young. But of course, there are some exceptions, which means there are some animals that don't follow the rules. just like there may be some bugs that are really considered insects that don't have wings. Here, a butterfly we know is an insect. It has wings. A dragonfly is considered an insect. It has wings. Some have 2 pairs of wings, like this dragonfly. Some insects don't have wings. This here is called a walking stick. We learned walking sticks live in the rainforest. Where do insects live? Everywhere. In grass, under rocks and logs, underground, on plants, near water, vegetable gardens, and in forests. Insects live everywhere. Sometimes they even hang out in our houses. Have you ever had a stink bug in your house? Or a fly or a mosquito? I don't like when those bugs are in my house, but sometimes they make their way in. They like to hang out with us too. What do insects need to live? Take a second. Think about what an insect might need to live. Do they need clothes? Do they need hamburgers? Do they need houses? Take a second to think about that. Pause the video if you need to. Here it says, insects need food, water, and shelter, just like you. Remember, shelter is somewhere to live. This is a picture of a bee. To be an insect, a bug must have 3 body parts, 6 legs, and 2 antennae. Remember, they have to have those 3 body parts, the head, the thorax, and the abdomen. They have to have 6 legs, and they have to have those 2 antennae. Thanks for listening. I do have a couple of poems to share with you next, and then we'll get on to our activity. Hope you enjoyed. Okay, guys, our next little read aloud here, this is actually a book that's made up of a bunch of different little poems. It's called Hey There, Stink Bug. We used to talk a lot in our class about stink bugs and how bothersome they were to us. Like I said, it's made up of a bunch of different little poems. So it's kind of like different chapters about different types of bugs. I'm going to choose 3 to read to you today. Here we go. This one's called Hey There, Stink Bug. Hey there, stink bug, what do you think, bug? I'm not a bird or a lizard or a bat. You're not a treat that I'm wanting to eat. I'm just watching you lunch on your leaf habitat. Uh-oh, stink bug. Know what I think, bug? I think you're lost 'cause you're walking up my arm. But I won't tease you, wouldn't dare squeeze you. Please don't trigger your stink alarm. Over here it says, when stink bugs are scared, they let loose a stinky fluid that oozes from 2 holes on their underside. A tiny whiff of the chemicals in stink bug fluid might smell almost sweet. But the stink bug's mixture is so strong that it smells awful. P.U. Stink bugs lay their eggs in bunches. Their eggs stink too, and predators get the warning. Stay away. Do you remember what that word is when animals do something to keep themselves safe? We do use the word protection, but also adaptation. Remember, an adaptation is something that an animal does to be able to keep his species alive. So stink bugs have adapted to make this nasty fluid ooze out of them when they feel nervous or scared, or like we just read on their eggs, to keep other animals or people away from them. It's pretty interesting. The next one I chose was about flies. This is called Flies. Mayfly, dragonfly, firefly, and butterfly. 1 word, fly name, 4 fine wings. True flies never have these things. Housefly, bottlefly, fleshfly, and soldierfly. 2 word name, 1 pair of wings. Real flies breed on ghastly things. Cow manure, hog manure, roadkill corpse, and open sewer. Other nests would be much neater, but a hatching maggot's a picky eater. So wow, they kind of just went through a bunch of different things. These first 4 names that I said, notice they're all 1 word names. Mayfly, dragonfly, firefly, butterfly. There's no spaces between them. They all have 4 wings. These guys, though, are all separate words. See how there's a space between them? Housefly, bottlefly, fleshfly, soldierfly. They all only have 1 pair of wings. Now they started talking about the things that they eat. Cow manure, hog manure, that's called poop. Roadkill corpse, that's a dead animal in the road. And an open sewer, yuck. Other nests, other places for them to hang out would be neater, another word for clean. But a hatching maggot is a picky eater. What is a maggot, I wonder? Well, it says here, A maggot is the young worm-like form of a fly and some other two-winged insects. It's what hatches from the fly's egg. Wow, that comes out of a fly's egg. Ooh. Adult flies lay eggs in stinky spots where hatchlings can easily burrow right into their soft and often rotting food. Like its flashier cousin, the caterpillar, who metamorphoses into a butterfly, a maggot will transform into a pupa and then become an adult fly. So if you think about your cousins, they're kind of related to you, but they don't usually live in the same house as you, but they are part of your family, but they're a little bit different. Same thing here. A maggot is kind of like the cousin to a caterpillar. They hatch from an egg. They turn into this. They turn into a pupa. They form this, and then they metamorphosis into a fly, or the caterpillar turns into a butterfly. These will actually turn into a fly. They mentioned that they lay their eggs in soft spots that are usually stinky, and that's where these things can burrow into the soft, rotting food. I always hate to take out the garbage in the summertime, because if it sits out in that hot weather in the summertime, sometimes flies will find their way in there, and that's a lot of times where they like to lay their eggs. So I make sure we leave the can on top of that trash can, or the top on the top of the trash can, for that reason, because I hate those nasty little maggots. All right, here's the last one. This is called Fooled by the Lights. Ooh, what are these bugs that you see? Can you think of a bug you see that lights up at night? Don't try to warn that firefly dude. He's all flash, flash when he flies. A beetle with lightning bug attitude who could meet a nasty surprise. He'll fly and he'll flash and he'll wait for an answer. A flash gal who's happy to meet him. But a sly flash imposter could fool that romancer, and up close she's likely to eat him. Flash, flash, chomp, chomp, burp. Each type of firefly flashes in its own special on-off pattern. Different types of fireflies flash different colors, from green to yellow to orange. Many kinds of male fireflies flash their patterns while they fly. The female firefly sits near the ground and watches for a male who is flashing her signal. She'll wait a certain number of seconds, then flash back to call him over. The female firefly of one tricky species will flash back at a male firefly who's not her type. When he lands nearby, she'll eat him. Wow, that's a trickster, isn't it? So she tricks that boy firefly into trying to get her, and then she just chomps on him. It's not very nice. So those poems were a little bit tricky to understand, but they did have some cool facts about stink bugs and flies and fireflies. So I thought you guys would like that one. Hey there, stink bug. I'm not sure. You might want to look on YouTube to see if the rest of these are read aloud on there. I can read a couple of them while we go through this unit too, if you'd like to hear more. Next up, I have an activity coming at you. Make sure you check Seesaw. I'm going to have you head outside for a fun exploration day. Can't wait to see what you come up with. Love you guys. All right, my friends, head on over to Seesaw, where you can find this activity that I have assigned for you. The directions at the top say, explore your yard to discover what bugs you can find. Remember to try to label the bugs you draw with any knowledge you have about insects. That means you can make sure to write down how many legs it has, the color of the bug, the location, that means the place where you found it, or even the name if you know it. Have fun with this one, and make sure that you upload your finished product to Seesaw so I can see your work. We will continue learning all about insects and bugs on Wednesday and Friday of this week. I hope to catch you guys on Zoom tonight at 8 p.m. for a bedtime story. Hope you enjoyed this one. Love you.